Oh, great interview there, and there were some critical points that over the course of the Fourth Republic had always been coming up about political party funding, where they get the monies from, and whether publicly also we should know how they get to be funded, especially during the period of election or the election years. And I hope that perhaps we can deepen the conversation further. But we know this is all premise as part of the fallout of what we had reported earlier on JoyNews as well as on Joy FM as well.
Yeah. Okay. So that's Kofi Adams in that conversation with Kojo Yangsing. But we're still on with number 12. And here's a message. I wish after today, number 12 should be bent to CD practically. So our mother can also watch it as they watch Kumewood. It's from Mark in BBNE. Mark says we should burn it. And I'm adding sell it in traffic so everybody can watch it. This one says, why is it that always NDC will make everything propaganda even when the veracity is palpable? Clearly, Kofi Adams wouldn't be happy with the way Nanado is handling corruption because himself and his colleagues have no idea about how to handle corruption. Kobe Ritchie in Offenso Municipal Assembly Planning Department. That's where you are sending this message from. Well, thank you very much. This one says, Kofi Adams is not talking as... Should I? Okay, you disagree with his comment. I think that's where we'll leave it. This one said, okay, you're the same person who talked about drivers in Equiapim. So, Oxy in Latte, thank you for your message. This one says, Amnanama, about the NAPCO, message has been sent to some applicants without receiving the message. You can't book your interview date. Some of us haven't received the message, so it's not about bad network. And I kind of like the fact that we're getting feedback on this issue even as we continue to discuss it. So let's keep it going. If you have any experiences, you can share with us as well. The last one, and then we'll talk about the National Science and Maths quiz. This one says, I think we should also have laws that punishes people who suppress and refuse to unveil corruption scandals. Why is Nyantechi now claiming that Mahama also took $8 million for his 2016 campaign now that he's under hot fire? Why didn't the exposed Mahama earlier? Why didn't he expose Mahama earlier in 2016 when he took the money if it is actually the truth? This is hypocritical on the part of Nyantechi. Dapila Jihad and says, but Kofi Adams should also stop defending Mahama now. We have our investigative bodies in Ghana. Let them probe him before you come in. Thanks for that message as well. Roland, we've been profiling the schools in the 10 regions. We're ending on Friday, and I'm talking about the National Science and Maths quiz.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And this time we try to go beyond what the schools will do, but speak to the various contestants. A good thing about this year's contest, though, is that the schools can choose to replace one of the contestants with another standby.
You're sounding like the MD of Primetime right now.
Well, it's just my experiences trying to support my school back in the day. The science students at the forefront and them trying to.
Yeah.
And those of how did the arts always on the debating team and all that. Yeah.
So we'll be joined by the managing director of Primetime in a bit, but we're putting the spotlight Western region today. The focus is there. And here's Ina Talia Kwanzaa with her reports.
By 7 a.m., students and teachers from the 19 participating schools arrived at the Nat Hall in Takoradi for the two-day Science and Maths quiz. 3 of the top schools in the region, Ghana Secondary Technical School, Archbishop Potter's Girls' School, and Takoradi Senior High School, had been seeded, hence were absent from the preliminary stages. By 9 a.m., when the bell rang for the first 3 schools to be seated, all seemed set and the contestants looked confident. One could hardly tell which school was going to emerge victorious. The contest was not only between the contestants, it transcended beyond the non-competing schools to tutors. In fact, it was an entire school affair, and the teachers were not left out of the bragging rights.
Because every year we have become to Accra, but it's like in the preliminary stage we get out. But this time we are coming with full vein because we believe in our students that at least with what we have taken them to and how they are also cooperating, we hope to do well this year.
And as the quiz master Francis Ajay posed the questions, the audience cheered and urged the contestants on.
It's 4. That's correct.
At the end of the first competition on Monday, Ahantaman Girls Senior High School emerged winners. Students of Methodist Senior High School were disappointed for placing last.
We'll go back to the drawing board and correct our mistakes. Yes, either we're not using the first and the second year student. We're using only final year student. But from what we gathered, we realized we saw that this time around that we use the first and second year student. It's something that we have to build on. So next time around, we're going to have a team, not a one-man approach. To have a team and see if we can do better than what we've done. But I believe strongly that the children, even though they didn't win the contest, but at least the composure, their confidence level and all that is better off. And so we are down, but we are not flat.
Students and teachers of Bompe Senior High School couldn't hide their joy for making it to the national level this year.
We are grateful to God for letting us win in this contest. This year, it is our prayer that it will be Operation Western Region. We are working hard. We've seen our loopholes, our ups and downs. We are going to work harder. As we have already qualified for the national, we're going to work harder.
6 competitions were held on Monday and Tuesday, the 5th and the 6th of February. 8 winners from the respective competitions snatched places at the national level. Sam Ajoris is organizer of the regional quiz, and he spoke to JoyNews.
We have just completed organizing the regional competition for the Western region, for which we have our winners who have emerged, for which they will join the senior schools, the already senior schools in the region for the national championship in Accra. We have Hantaman Girls, we have Crawford Agric, Bompe, SHTS, we have Ensign, we have Fijai, and then Secondary College. They have qualified to join the others. We have 2 more schools who will join, they'll be selected from the Luzon school, the highest mark. They will join the other 6 to make it number 8 for them to add up to the 3 already seeded schools. Well, we need to get 11 representatives for the Western region at the national championship in Accra. It's been quite an interesting, exciting contest with the school showing a lot of enthusiasm, showing a lot of in-depth knowledge of what they were supposed to do or to deliver in terms of the question that was asked.
The 8 schools which progressed to the next level are Ahantaman Girls Senior High School, Crawford Agrek Senior High School, Bompe Senior High Technical School, and Sien Senior High School, Secondary College, and Fijai Senior High School. St. Mary's Boys and Fiaseman Senior High School snatched 2 slots for the best runner-up positions to complete the list of 11 schools to represent the Western region.
And that's the story with the Western region. So now you know the die is cast, battle lines drawn in all 135 schools will slug it out for the prestigious trophy at the 2018 edition of the most anticipated National Science and Maths Quiz. 70,000 cedis is up for grabs for the winning school this year, which also marks 25 years since the competition was introduced. It was launched yesterday, and Emefa Jiradosi gave us this report.
We duly launched the 25th edition of the National Science and Maths Quiz.
That was the official launch of the 2018 National Science and Maths Quiz. JoyNews caught up with the 1997 contestant for Adisadel College, James Malm, who described the contest as an unforgettable one.
Yeah, so we got to the quarterfinal stage. We were eliminated by Persec, a very tight competition, if I remember. But they had a very strong team, just as we had. But they carried the day.
Any regrets?
No. The competition is not only about winning. It's about the network. It's about the friends you make. And I have friends with not only my co-contestants, but our friends from St. Augustine's College, from Persec, from Prempeh College. We ended up being in the same class at the university. So, but one of the guys who even was a contestant a year before me is a very good friend. We live in the States now, and every time he is in South Carolina, where I live, we have lunch together. So yeah,
There's the interesting bit I cannot let you go without asking. We are told you found your better half through the Maths and Science Quiz.
That is correct. So I was on the Adisadel team in 1997. In 1998, I was invited to come and help prepare the students in Adisadel College. So I was preparing, and then we went to Persec at that time, where the students were housed, and the Wesley Girls team needed somebody to help them with mathematics. So they joined us. We were training back and forth. I'd forgotten all about it, but then again, we met in university. And I just closed from lectures at STEC, and then I just walked past this pretty lady, and it's something like, James, just come back a little. So I went back, and I asked, are you Matilda? And she said yes. And she was like, if you're James Malm, you've changed.
Then we met the former quiz mistress with a soft and baby-like voice, Dr. Emefa Eureka Adumako, sharing her experience.
Experience, to describe it in one word, would be rewarding. I had to step into the shoes of Professor Mariani Ramadi, the late professor, and I felt that there was a big responsibility to have to step into her stead. I mean, she had done a great job, and there I was being asked to take over from her. But I had a supporting team, the consultants at the time, the late Professor Autry, Professor Asmening for chemistry, Dr. Edujemfi for math, and who was it who handled physics? I'm trying to remember now. They were all very, very supportive, and that made it easy. Times for moderation were very fun, because they would set the questions and would all have to sit and discuss the questions. So we had to agree that we had a fair pair of questions, because at the time the questions would go to two schools. So the question you set for school one should be similar, and we had to check all this during moderation of questions. And there was a bond, as we did this over the years. So it was a rewarding time working with people much older than I at the time, but everybody just doing this as a national assignment, and we all being excited about helping to bring up the next generation of scientists, so it was fun. Talking about how I dealt with the crowds, there were times when it could be quite frustrating, because as a quiz mistress, sometimes you were recording about 4 programs in a day, and you wanted to finish one contest and move on to the next and do it as stress-free as possible. But as things got hotter, you'd find that even during a competition, some teachers would want to contest an answer, so you had to deal with that. And then the crowds could get very rowdy, and you would want them to just calm down so you can finish one contest, so you can go and change and come. So there were times when I would say, please, can we calm down? Yeah, so, but it worked. I think my baby voice, as they used to think it was, and whatever countenance I had, made them have pity on me. and so it was fun. It was a lot of fun. It was exciting to meet young people who were fast and thought, very quickly. I mean, one gentleman, I don't know which year that was, I think he was Alan Dennis or somebody like that. Before you could finish asking a math question, this young man would have an answer. I mean, things like that were exciting, very encouraging, And then you had those times when even the simplest of questions could not be answered, and you're like, oh, yeah. But it was all very rewarding.
In all, it was exciting. Stay tuned with Joy News for all the latest with this year's contest.
And that's Emefa Jiradosi. We're grateful to the team that was at the British Council Hall yesterday. Benjamin Tete, Komla Adum, Emefa Jiradosi, and we had quite a good number of technical men there as well. But let's talk to Prime Time, because there are new things coming up this year. We want to explore all the other things going with the 25th anniversary edition of the National Science and Maths Quiz. And we've got some sponsors also on board. Frances Baba Ofori is Head Marketing and Communications, Prudential Life Insurance Ghana. She's here alongside Robert Tre, who is Public Relations Manager with Goyle. So good morning to you both.
Good morning. Good morning.
Thank you for being on board. For Goyle again.
Yes,
yes. And then, of course, Nanekia Ankoma Asari is Managing Director, Prime Time Limited. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah. How was yesterday for you, Nanekia?
It was great, and there was a lot of anxiety leading up to the event, but it went really well, and we were really happy that our sponsors were there, our invited guests came, and it was a very nice event.
So let me come to you, Frances. Why is Prudential Life a part of the National Science and Maths Quiz?
Okay, so at Prudential Life, giving back to society is important to us. Our corporate social responsibility. We've focused on education for the past 4 years that we've been here. In terms of financial literacy, actuarial science, awarding high achieving students in actuarial science. We've given out over 500 scholarships to students in the high schools to complete their education. So outside of our own educational initiatives, when we looked out there, the National Science and Maths Quiz was the best fit for us because it was education, it was science-based as well. And they were mystifying the whole science and maths. Yes, it can be fun, so that was something that we wanted to associate with, because some of these students will come out and even study actuarial science in the colleges, universities, and then it feeds back into our industry. So it was a good fit for us.
And Goyle is our own oil.
Yes. That is our mantra. And for us, we have 3 critical areas that we look at in our corporate social responsibility. And these 3 are health and sanitation and water. And the crucial part is education, quality education, I should say. So last year, we sponsored. And if you know our industry, it's about technology, it's about science, and it's about math. And critically for us, you'll be surprised that we have over 60 engineers at one place. So at the core of our corporate social responsibility is to promote quality education. We believe that quality education is a key to many of our problems that we face today. Problems of the environment, problems of, even the common developmental challenges. And we think that we need to unearth and nurture, and subsequently help them to be able to reach a stage where they'll be able to, you know, significantly affect the problems of this country. Now, GOIL has done this because it is also part of the SDG Goal 4, which talks about our education. And we believe that if we enter this and sponsor, we will nurture the next scientists who may not necessarily work at GOIL, but can contribute effectively to lifting up some of our people and solving the challenges that we face.
Definitely. Nanaki, am I right in saying that GOIL, Prudential Life, and Talo are sponsoring the SciTech Fair, which is part of the innovations this year?
Yes, they are the platinum sponsors. Excuse me. They are the platinum sponsors of the SciTech Fair.
Okay. So what exactly is going to happen with the fair, and when is it open? Who can be there?
Right. So the fair opens on Friday. And well, it's on Friday and Saturday, and we'll have some stands for JHS students. So there are some JHS students exhibiting their projects. We have some SHS students as well. We have some departments from some science departments from the University of Ghana, displaying over there as well. And then we also have a slot for 5 tech startups. We consider that as you know, a contribution to building that industry. So we offer that platform to them gratis to display or, you know, showcase their products and services to the world.
Okay.
And our platinum sponsors are going to have stands there as well, so that visitors to the fair can interact with them and also find out about their operations. There's some science behind everything, you know, so get to know our sponsors better and their operations better. We also have stands where visitors to the event can conduct simple experiments under supervision. So you could come in there and conduct.
For real?
Yes. yes. That's why our fair is special.
Okay.
For everyone else, you go and see what other people are doing. For this one, you can do something.
You can try your hands at something.
And we believe that it's really important. Imagine an 8-year-old going to the fair and being able to do something like maybe balancing on beams and stuff like that, or really simple experiment. You have already started, you know, that interest. You generated that interest in that child. Yes.
This year we also have the mentorship sessions.
Yes.
How is that going to happen?
Yes. So the mentorship sessions take place each morning before the main recording does, and we have highly accomplished individuals in science and technology related areas coming to speak with the students about career choices in science. We want to broaden the students' horizons as far as careers in science and maths and technology are concerned. And so we have them come and speak with the students, share their own experiences. We choose from as wide a range of careers as possible, because we want to expose the students to different kinds of possibilities. We also put premium on our former contestants who come in there to speak with the students, and we have some really prestigious ones.
Nice.
And yes, so we do that every morning as our way of encouraging the students to think beyond, you know, very narrow fields, medical school and engineering. And even with engineering, there are so many different kinds of engineers, but our children are not exposed to those things, and this is a really good avenue to open their minds to the possibilities.
Great. So, Robert, we know why you're on board, but what are your expectations? What are you hoping to get out of this?
We expect the students to be nurtured very well. 2 key things. We're looking for innovative students, those who have the entrepreneurship and the confidence. And yesterday I was very glad that most of the people, past participants, mentioned the issue of building the confidence in them. In our industry, for instance, innovations keep on coming. In petroleum, would you believe that in countries in Germany they are going to experiment? They are going to face away diesel oil. Right? Diesel cars are going to be extinct in some few years to come. We need students to think and innovate to find solutions to some of these things. And these are the students who are going to get there. And we believe that if they can pioneer solutions to these problems and the many simple problems that we face. Look at the filth consuming us. Can we find somebody? With this, we have been pioneering an innovation at the tertiary level. At Accra technical universities, what we are doing presently is we are sponsoring the mentorship of key innovators at our 5 technical universities. And we believe that this is part of our plan to be able to spearhead a situation where GOIL can lead in sponsoring innovation and entrepreneurship in schools.
Sure.
So we expect some of the students to come out with entrepreneurial spirit, to imbue them with the knowledge to be able to solve our common problems. So we expect a high quality, as always.
Okay, and Frances?
He took the wind out of my sail. Similar expectations, really, but also we want a learning environment, we want healthy competition, and we want fun. We want students to realize that it's fun to be in science and math. And it's a big responsibility taking on representing your school, and it's not just for your year group, it's for all the year groups gone past. And you know, so the students sometimes feel a bit, but it's all fun, and they should take up some of these things and just enjoy their time in school.
Now let me ask, some of the schools have started arriving. This morning we're capturing their arrivals and we will show it to our viewers. But in the coming days, what should we expect? What can we look out for?
Explosions everywhere. You know, apart from, you know, our platinum sponsors' contribution to satellite events is giving it more power. So our fair is going to be bigger and better. The mentorship sessions will be the same. The quiz itself would also be bigger and better. We are expecting a lot of fireworks over there, especially from the quarterfinals. Because of the money zone. Yes, we are giving extra motivation, and the improvement of the prizes is also a good motivator for the students. And we wish them all the best, and we just want them to focus and study hard.
Okay, I'm rooting for the all-girls schools, even though I didn't go to an all-girls school. We want to see an all-girls school winning the championship.
That would be wonderful.
Not the all-boys. You've done it too often.
Yes, that would be wonderful. Often, I think that the girls have, in addition to whatever obstacles everybody else faces on the competition, they also have a little bit of a psychological obstacle.
An extra hurdle.
And staying focused, even when the boys are making noise outside, you know, in the audience, sometimes it's a problem for them to overcome. And we hope that they will be able to develop nerves of steel and just focus on what they are there to do.
Sure. But this is your 25th anniversary.
Yes.
So are you called to you? Did you think you were going to last 25 years?
Well, I don't think that in the beginning when it was set up, we didn't think that we would last long, but maybe we did not think about 25 years. But we are here. And it's great. Prime time is 25 years this year also.
Oh, okay. So was it set up mainly for the National Science Maths Quiz?
No. Prime time started operations in January of 1993.
Alongside the Constitution of Ghana.
And the the idea for the quiz was in April, and then in October, the first competition began. So
great.
Lots of hard work right from the beginning.
Nice.
Maybe let me take the opportunity to congratulate Prime Time for the very good work they've done over the years. I think it has nurtured a lot of scientists. And just as I said, we believe in the capability and ability of the Ghanaian, and therefore we'll continue to support very laudable programs such as this. And we believe that it will go on and will improve year after year.
Yes.
And then we'll get the scientists that we need to be able to just forge ahead.
That's signed and sealed, Nanekia. They are on for the next 25 years.
No, I'm not committed myself like that, but I mean, for the purposes of leaping forward as a country, Ghanaians are there, and if we consider the fact that we need to just put our hopes on the Ghanaians to be able to do the work, and that is what Ghana should be for.
Sure.
And that is why we should all concentrate.
Definitely. And Nanekia, I'll just give you the last say. I know you have acknowledgements. There are other people supporting, so please.
Yes, so we'd like to acknowledge all our sponsors. So for the SciTech, Prudential Life Insurance, Goyle, Talo Ghana Limited. For the mentorship, Bond Savings and Loans, RMG Ghana. For the main competition, GCB Bank, GTP, WACBIP, that's the center on Legon campus.
Okay.
Lancaster University, they are giving out scholarships. Accra College of Medicine is also giving out a scholarship, full 6 years medical school for one of the finalists. Academic City University is also a university that's also giving scholarships. We have Hotties Makeup helping us with our Christmas dresses and our students and all.
You make the students up? Okay, yeah, for the cameras.
Yes, yes, for the cameras. For Medifem Hospital, they are giving medical services. They're supporting the quiz with medical services for everybody, all the contingents and everyone.
That's great.
As well as giving the finalists medical cover for 1 year.
Okay.
And then it's just amazing. Yes, and of course JoyNews. You've been with us from the regionals,
from the beginning,
from the very beginning of the year till now. You are taking care of the production for us, and we are really, really grateful. City News, the City FM has been with us since 2014, and they are still helping us with the publicity. We are really, really grateful to them.
Okay. All right. So
GS, that's the biggest thanks. We can't do this without them.
Well, they sit on your left and your right, and you're in the middle, so you can't exit without them.
No, we can't. So thank you to all our sponsors, everybody for believing in us enough to commit their resources and time.
And it's great that you're mentioning all these people supporting. Some time back, you couldn't mention. You could only say GES and CHAS. So I think that we're grateful to God that you have all these people on board. But thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your time. Thank you, Goyle. Thank you, Prudential Life, for doing this. Thank you, Nanekia. We're on to the next phase. We're waiting for 11th of June.
Yes.
And then prelims.
Oh, but before then, the SciTech Fair.
Oh, yeah, definitely. This
Friday and Saturday.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so for those of you who are watching, we will not let you miss any bit of the action. All the events line up till the very finals. It will be covered right here on JoyNews. We'll bring that to you.